They offered Earth protection. Then humans chuckled. Do you even know who you're threatening? The sky over Earth seemed normal at first. Clouds drifted lazily across the blue, and the usual hum of airplanes and city traffic filled the air. But deep in orbit, something impossible was happening. 12 enormous vessels appeared as if they had always been there, moving in perfect formation over the Atlantic Ocean. They were silver, sleek, and unlike anything humans had ever built. Their surfaces shimmered with light, reflecting the sun in strange patterns that made them almost invisible from the ground. At first, people thought it was a new satellite launch or a secret military exercise. But satellites stopped working. Communications flickered and then went dark in some regions. Air traffic control scrambled, trying to figure out why their instruments were failing. Then a calm voice came over every device that still worked, cutting through the static with a clarity that no human technology could match. We come in peace. We offer protection. No one knew who it was. The voice did not sound threatening, but it carried a weight that made people uneasy. Governments around the world activated emergency protocols. In Colorado Springs, beneath layers of reinforced rock, a command center buzzed with activity. Dr. Laura Bennett, a leading physicist, stood in front of a massive screen that projected the alien vessels. Her brown hair was pulled back in a tight bun, and her green eyes were sharp with focus. Beside her, General Ethan Cole, a man with a square jaw and calm demeanor, studied the projections carefully. "They're huge," Laura said softly, her voice barely above a whisper. "I can't even calculate the mass. If they moved fast, Earth wouldn't even notice until impact." Ethan crossed his arms and didn't answer right away. His mind was running through every possible scenario, every potential outcome. He had been in situations before that seemed impossible, but nothing like this. "Mass doesn't matter if they don't attack," he said finally. "Let's wait and see what they really want." A new image appeared on the screen. The projection of a tall, shimmering figure replaced the ships. Its form was humanoid but stretched in ways human bodies could never be. Its skin glowed faintly, changing colors like the surface of a bubble in sunlight. Its eyes were bright and seemed to look through the walls, through the rock, and straight at the humans below. The voice spoke again, carefully translated into English. "We are the Orinthi Coalition. Your species has reached detectable technological maturity. This invites attention from predators. We offer you our shield." Laura blinked. Ethan stiffened. "Predators?" he asked. "Like alien predators?" "Yes," the projection said. "Species that consume civilizations, that erase entire planets without leaving a trace. You are vulnerable. We are offering protection." Laura leaned forward. "And if we refuse?" she asked. Her voice was calm, but there was a quiet tension in the room. The alien's luminous eyes narrowed slightly. "Independent civilizations statistically perish within 2 cycles of discovery." Ethan let out a soft laugh, low and almost incredulous. "Statistics don't scare me," he said, though he made a mental note to treat this very seriously. Around him, analysts whispered nervously. The world was holding its breath, waiting for a response. Laura studied the figure carefully. "They think we are prey," she said quietly, almost to herself. For a long moment the command center was silent. Then she straightened, her expression firm. "We need to understand who we are dealing with." Meanwhile, across the Pacific Ocean, Admiral Ryan Brooks was reviewing satellite feeds aboard a naval command carrier. He was tall and broad-shouldered, with a calm voice that rarely betrayed emotion. Beside him, Maya Collins, the chief engineer, worked quickly, her fingers flying across the console. "Defense grid is coming online," she said. "Lunar stations are powered. Mars array is ready." Ryan nodded. "Keep everything in standby mode. No one fires first unless I give the order." He took a deep breath. Humanity had prepared for years for contact with extraterrestrial life, but this was different. This was not a routine exploration. This was something that could destroy everything if mismanaged. Back in Colorado, Laura and Ethan watched as the alien continued to speak. Your world is divided. Your fleets are primitive. Without our guidance, you will not survive. Ethan's mouth twitched into a half-smile. Primitive, he said. We'll see about that. The alien's eyes glowed brighter. We calculate your chances of survival. Your species is fragile. Laura folded her hands behind her back. You say we are fragile, yet you have arrived here unannounced, she said. You have not yet seen what humans are capable of. Perhaps you underestimate us. The projection paused as if processing her words. Then it said, many civilizations have underestimated the predators. Many have fallen. Ethan stepped closer to the screen, his voice steady. We've had our own encounters. You may not know it, but Earth has faced threats before, and we survived. Laura added quietly, we don't need a shield from you. We have survived alone, and we will continue to survive. The alien's posture changed slightly. It was the first sign of uncertainty. You speak with confidence. We have seen civilizations crumble before. You are still young. Fragile, your wars, your divisions, your ignorance make you vulnerable. Ethan's smile widened. Fragile, maybe, but we adapt, we fight, we win. You think a few numbers and some shiny ships scare us. Laura glanced at the alien figure and then back at Ethan. They don't understand us, she whispered. They haven't seen what humans can do when pushed to the edge. Across the world, people were watching through screens, trying to comprehend the enormity of the situation. News broadcasts ran loops of the alien fleet, scientists speculated endlessly, and governments argued behind closed doors. Yet despite the fear, a strange sense of pride filled some corners of humanity. The alien spoke again, its voice now slower, deliberate. You will require guidance. We can offer a place in the coalition. Compliance ensures survival. Resistance invites destruction. Ethan laughed, a short bark of amusement that echoed through the room. Destruction, huh? That's bold, very bold. Laura frowned, knowing they could not reveal everything just yet, but she felt a thrill of determination. We need to show them something, she said. Something that proves Earth is not defenseless. The alien's projection flickered. You are confident. Confidence does not equal survival. Maybe not, Ethan said, but it equals attention, and they'll remember it. Laura reached for her tablet and pulled up schematics of Earth's defense grid, orbital platforms, and classified battle systems. Even here, in this hidden command center, they could see how much humanity had achieved. It was quiet power, restrained and ready. The alien had no idea what humanity had built in secret, preparing for threats most people didn't even know existed. The alien shifted, moving closer in the projection. You will comply. You have no choice. Ethan shook his head. Choice is all we have. You want us to comply. Maybe you should think twice. Laura leaned forward, her eyes sharp. You claim to protect us from predators, but we have faced our own predators, and we have survived. Do not assume we are weak. There was a long silence as the alien considered her words. The glow in its eyes dimmed slightly, and its elongated form seemed less imposing. For the first time, the alien hesitated. Ryan Brooks, watching from the carrier, quietly said, "It's working. Keep the calm. Let them doubt. Let them see we are not afraid." Maya Collins nodded, her fingers never leaving the console. Weapons are ready, not to fire but to remind them Earth is not defenseless. In Colorado, Laura watched the alien carefully. They think they control the narrative. They don't. We do. Ethan smirked. It's almost funny. They show up thinking they're the saviors, protectors, and they haven't even realized who they're talking to yet. The alien's voice returned, a little sharper this time. Your words are empty. Actions determine survival. Laura and Ethan exchanged a glance. They knew she was right. Words alone would not convince the alien, but humans had something they did not yet understand, something that could not be measured by size, by firepower, or by statistics. Ethan stepped back, folding his arms. They're about to find out, he said. And when they do, they'll rethink everything they just said. Laura nodded. We survive, not because we're perfect, not because we're weak or strong, but because we adapt, and we fight. And right now, we're about to show them what that really means. The alien fleet hung silently above the Atlantic, seemingly calm but clearly aware that Earth was not as fragile as it had assumed. Humans moved with quiet purpose, unseen but fully prepared. Each command, each action was deliberate. They were ready. Not to attack first, but to make sure that any attempt to threaten Earth would be met with a force the aliens had never imagined. And somewhere deep in the silence of the command center, Laura whispered, "They offered protection. But they have no idea what they just walked into." The alien fleet stayed in orbit above the Atlantic, silent but imposing. Earth had not moved its forces yet, only showed readiness. Inside the command center in Colorado Springs, Dr. Laura Bennett and General Ethan Cole continued to analyze the alien transmissions. The projection of the alien ambassador flickered again, its elongated form shimmering in pale light. "You resist our guidance," the alien said. "This is illogical. You are weak, divided, and unprepared. Our records show your species falls quickly under pressure." Ethan leaned back in his chair, calm but firm. "Records are only as good as the data. You're working with incomplete data. You don't know our history. You don't know what Earth has faced." The alien tilted its head slightly, as if considering his words. "Explain." Laura stepped forward. "For decades, humanity has prepared for threats far beyond what your coalition considers standard. We have faced invasions before, aliens you would call predators, and we survived." The alien's glowing eyes narrowed. "That is impossible. All civilizations destroyed by these predators show no signs of recovery. How did you survive when others fell?" Ethan smiled faintly. "We adapted, we fought back, we learned, and we did it quietly without declaring it to the galaxy. We protect our own first." From the Pacific Ocean, Admiral Ryan Brooks monitored the alien fleet. He had a direct link to Colorado Springs. "They're listening," he said. "Every word you say matters. We can't bluff them, not yet, but we can make them hesitate." Laura nodded. "Good, that's all we need for now." Maya Collins worked at her console, her eyes scanning multiple screens. "Defense satellites are fully operational. Orbital weapons platforms are ready. Mars array is online. We could launch if we had to, but we won't, not unless necessary." Ryan glanced at her. "I want readiness, not provocation. They already think we are fragile. Let's make sure they know we are not." Back in Colorado, the alien projection spoke again. "Your fleets are primitive. Your weapons cannot stop a predator fleet. You cannot survive without guidance." Laura folded her hands calmly. "We don't need guidance. Your records are incomplete. They show weakness. They don't show preparation, planning, or adaptation. They don't show the humans who survived when your statistics said we wouldn't." Ethan stepped closer to the projection. "Do you want proof?" The alien hesitated, a faint shimmer crossing its body. "Proof is not necessary." Laura smiled. "It is necessary if you want to understand us." Ethan tapped a few commands into a secure console. The room darkened slightly as a new projection filled the space. Holographic images appeared of battles that had never been shown to the public. Cities in flames, alien ships descending from space, and humans fighting back with technology so advanced it seemed impossible. Railguns fired from orbital platforms. Submarines launched missiles from underwater. Spacecraft raced through the upper atmosphere at impossible speeds, striking the enemy before it could react. The alien's form shimmered, flickered, and then froze. "Impossible," it whispered. These fleets were destroyed decades ago. They should not exist." Ethan shook his head. "They didn't destroy us. We survived, we fought, and we won." Laura stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. "We have fought enemies your coalition calls invincible. We know how to survive what others call certain death. And we do it without asking for guidance." The alien's posture changed. Its elongated shoulders slumped slightly. "How?" it said slowly. This cannot be, your species, you should have fallen. We adapt, Ethan said simply. We fight back, we survive. From the command carrier in the Pacific, Ryan Brooks watched the alien fleet carefully. He could see the hesitation in their movements. The ships had adjusted formation slightly, no longer hovering aggressively, but no longer completely still. They are reconsidering, he said quietly. We are not invisible, they are learning something about us. Maya Collins nodded. All their sensors are on us. Every move we make, every broadcast they are recording, but they can't measure determination. They can't measure experience. They can't measure survival instinct. In Colorado Springs, Laura turned to Ethan. They think numbers and firepower matter most. They don't. Humans survive because of strategy, courage, and stubbornness. That is something no statistics can measure. Ethan smiled faintly. Stubbornness, that's us. They should know that by now. The alien ambassador's projection flickered again, the glowing eyes sharp and calculating. Your confidence is dangerous. You do not understand the scale of the predators. You are unprepared for what is coming. Laura stepped closer. We survived the predators before. We are prepared. That is why we speak with confidence. You are trying to scare us with stories of extinction. We have faced extinction before, and we fought back. You are too late to intimidate humanity. Ethan added, you talk about your coalition as if we need it. We don't. We fought predators you call unbeatable, and we won. We will not bow to threats. The alien flickered, its form twisting slightly. You underestimate the danger. You are young, primitive. You do not understand the universe. You cannot survive alone. Laura took a step closer, her voice steady. Primitive, perhaps, but adaptable, persistent, and unbroken. That is something your coalition cannot calculate. The alien seemed to hesitate, its luminous eyes narrowing as it processed the human words. If you have survived, you should have left evidence. You should have records. Why do we not see them? Ethan's smile grew. We didn't leave evidence for you. We didn't advertise our survival. Earth protects itself quietly. We do not invite the galaxy to watch us, and that is why you don't see it in your records. The alien remained silent for a long moment. Its form shimmered as if considering every possible response. Then finally it spoke. Your data is incomplete. Your survival is unexpected. Laura nodded. Yes, unexpected but real. We have survived the predators and we continue to survive. We are not weak, we are not defenseless, and we are not frightened. From the command carrier, Ryan Brooks spoke again. They are reacting. They are recalculating. Keep calm, keep ready, but do not provoke. Let them doubt themselves. Let them learn what humans can do. Maya Collins added quietly, every weapon system is online, not for attack, for readiness. That is enough to make them hesitate. Ethan turned back to the alien projection. You came to offer protection. You thought Earth needed it, but we do not. And soon you will understand that your offer is not required nor welcome. The alien's glowing eyes flickered again, a sign of uncertainty. Its voice was quieter, less sure. Your confidence, it is unmeasured. Perhaps you are not as fragile as we calculated. Laura smiled. Fragile, we are not fragile. We survive when others fall. We adapt when others fail. We fight when others surrender. That is the human way. Ethan leaned slightly forward. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Do not mistake our caution for fear. We are patient, precise, and prepared. That is why we stand here unbowed while your fleet hovers above us. The alien seemed to flicker, the projection twisting as if it could not fully comprehend the human words. Your species is unexpected. How did you survive the predators? Laura's voice was calm but unwavering. We survived because we refused to give up. We survived because we refused to be afraid. And we will survive the future, whether you stand with us or not. The alien's projection paused. It did not move for several moments. Then, in a voice that seemed quieter, almost uncertain, it said, your species, you may not require the coalition, but the predators, they will return. You cannot survive alone forever. Ethan chuckled softly. Maybe they will return. And when they do, Earth will be ready. We will face them as we always have, and we will survive. Laura stepped closer to the projection, her voice steady and firm. We are ready, not because we have numbers or fleets or weapons, but because we have the will to survive, the intelligence to adapt, and the courage to fight. That is what makes humanity different. That is what makes us strong. That is what protects Earth. The alien remained silent. Its form shimmered in pale light, twisting and adjusting as if unsure what to do next. For the first time, it seemed uncertain, hesitant. From the command carrier, Ryan Brooks spoke quietly into his comm. They are doubting themselves. Keep the calm. Do not reveal everything. Let them think we are bigger, stronger, smarter than they expected. That is enough. Maya Collins added, all systems ready. We don't need to fire. They know we can. In Colorado Springs, Laura and Ethan exchanged a glance. The alien fleet hovered above the ocean, silent and uncertain. The humans in the command center moved quietly, confidently, fully prepared but not aggressive. Every move was deliberate, every gesture calculated. The alien had come to offer protection, thinking humans were weak. Instead, it had met confidence, preparation, and unyielding will. Laura whispered to Ethan, they came to protect us, and now they are the ones unsure of their place. Ethan nodded. They offered protection, but they don't understand who they are dealing with. We have survived predators before, and we will survive again. For the first time since the fleet appeared, the alien did not speak. Its projection shimmered, paused, and then slowly retracted into the ships. The 12 vessels shifted slightly, adjusting formation but not retreating. It was a silent acknowledgement. Earth was not as fragile as they had assumed. Laura turned to Ethan, her voice calm but resolute. This is only the beginning. They came thinking we needed them. But they do not, and soon they will see that Earth is not a place to control. It is a place that survives. Ethan smiled faintly. They'll learn soon enough, and when they do, they'll remember it for a long time. Above the Atlantic, the alien fleet lingered, uncertain and calculating. On Earth, humans moved quietly but confidently, ready for whatever came next. The balance of power had shifted subtly but profoundly. Humanity had shown that it was not weak, not unprepared, and not afraid. And for the first time, the aliens realized that they had misjudged Earth. The alien fleet still hovered above the Atlantic, but now their movement was slower, cautious. Something had shifted. They had come confident, expecting to impose their will, to offer protection over Earth, and instead they were met with calm resistance, with words that carried truth and weight. Inside the Colorado Command Center, Dr. Laura Bennett and General Ethan Cole prepared to take the next step. We can't just talk anymore, Ethan said quietly. They need to see reality. Words are enough to make them hesitate, but proof will make them understand. Laura nodded. Agreed. They need to see that Earth has survived what even they consider impossible. She turned to the main console, her fingers tapping quickly. Pull up the archives. All footage from the 2043-2050 conflict. Include orbital attacks, naval engagements, and classified counter-invasion maneuvers. Ethan watched the holographic screen fill with human and alien ships in combat. This is the moment they realize we are not prey, he said. They came thinking we were fragile. They'll see otherwise soon. From the Pacific Command Carrier, Admiral Ryan Brooks checked the network link to the Colorado base. All channels secure, he asked. Yes, Maya Collins replied, her eyes scanning multiple monitors. No interference, all encrypted. Ready to transmit when you give the order. Laura took a deep breath. Do it. Let them see what humans did, what humans can do. The projection screens in Colorado shimmered, then displayed images of Earth 20 years earlier. The footage started with calm skies over the Pacific Ocean, and then it shifted. Alien ships, dark and biomechanical, dropped from orbit like falling meteors. They moved in patterns that seemed impossible, like swarms of deadly insects. Cities were destroyed. Communications were cut. Humanity was under attack and the enemy showed no mercy. Then the footage shifted again. Earth's response was swift and precise. Orbital railguns fired, sending beams of energy slicing through alien hulls. Submerged carriers launched strike craft from under the ocean. Missiles streaked through the sky, targeting the invaders with uncanny precision. Satellites deployed automated drones that hunted enemy craft relentlessly. Every weapon humans had developed in secret, every system built quietly over decades, was in action. Ethan watched the alien ambassador on the screen. Its glowing eyes blinked faster than before, its form flickering as if it could not process what it was seeing. This is impossible," the alien whispered. "These fleets, these numbers, your species should not have survived." Laura leaned closer. "We survived because we had no choice. We adapted, we fought, and we did not rely on anyone else. We faced the predators head-on and we won. That is why we are not afraid of you now." The footage continued. Alien ships tried to regroup. Earth forces pushed them back. Missiles struck enemy carriers, breaking them apart in fireballs. Hypersonic craft tore through formations at impossible speeds. Coordinated attacks from multiple continents cut the enemy into pieces. Finally, the humans launched a decisive strike near the moon. A massive explosion shattered the alien flagship into molten debris, sending fragments across space. The alien ambassador's posture shifted visibly. Its luminous body trembled slightly. "This cannot be," it said, almost in disbelief. "All records show your species would fall." "Yet you survived," Ethan nodded. "We did, and we learned from every encounter. You think you know the galaxy. You think your statistics are complete. You don't know humans. You never will." The alien flickered again, its form shifting faster, unstable now. "The predators, the same forces that destroyed countless civilizations, you defeated them." Laura's voice was calm, deliberate. "Yes, the ones you call unstoppable, unbeatable, unyielding. We destroyed them. They attacked Earth and we fought, and we survived. That is why we can speak with confidence. That is why we are not asking for protection from you." In orbit, the alien fleet had stopped all aggressive movement. The ships adjusted, careful not to appear threatening, but also not retreating entirely. Their sensors were undoubtedly recording, analyzing every transmission, every image. They had come expecting weakness. Instead, they were confronted with evidence of unparalleled resilience. Ryan Brooks spoke quietly into the comm. "They're processing. Keep it controlled. Do not provoke. We're showing strength but not hostility. Let them realize we are not to be underestimated." Maya nodded. "All systems remain ready. They know we can strike at any time. That is enough for now." In Colorado, Laura turned to Ethan. "They think their offer was necessary. They think Earth needed protection. They don't understand that humans have fought and survived forces you can barely imagine." Ethan's smile was faint but sharp. "It's going to hit them soon. The reality of Earth. The reality that we are not prey. The reality that humans do not bow to threats." The alien ambassador's projection wavered. Its voice, once commanding, was quieter now, hesitant. "Your species, your resilience, it was unpredicted. How did you survive?" Laura's tone was steady. "We survived because we refused to give up. We survived because we adapted when others failed. We survived because we fought back with everything we had. And we will continue to survive. That is the human way." Ethan stepped closer. "Do not mistake our patience for fear. Do not mistake our caution for weakness. We are calm, yes, but we are prepared. Every move we make is calculated. Every system is ready. You came to impose protection, and instead you are learning what it means to underestimate Earth." The alien hesitated, its luminous form shrinking slightly, almost uncertain. "Predators, they were unstoppable. All civilizations fell. You should have fallen." Laura nodded. "We did not fall. We adapted. We fought. And we won. You think your fleet is impressive. You do not understand the scale of human preparation, ingenuity, and courage. That is why we can stand here now, unafraid, and speak freely. Ethan added, "You see your coalition as a shield, a protector, but Earth has always been its own shield. We do not need anyone to guard us. We survived alone before, and we will survive again." The alien ambassador's voice trembled slightly. "Your species, it should not exist in this capacity. How did you organize so efficiently? How did you survive?" Laura's voice was calm, unshaken. "We survived because we had to. We survived because humans refused to surrender. We survived because we trust our own strength, our own minds, our own courage. And that is why we do not need your protection." In orbit, the alien fleet adjusted once more. Its ships were no longer hovering aggressively, but their formations were tight, careful, uncertain. They had seen evidence of Earth's victories. They had seen humans fight forces that the aliens considered unbeatable. They had seen the proof that humans do not bend easily, do not give up, and do not fail easily. Ryan Brooks spoke quietly. "They know we are capable. They know they miscalculated. Let them take their time. Let them doubt. That hesitation is powerful." Maya Collins added softly, "Every system is ready, silent, but active. They know we can strike at any moment. That alone shifts the balance of power." In the command center, Laura and Ethan watched the alien fleet. "They came to offer protection," Laura whispered. "And now they are not sure what to do next," Ethan nodded. "They came thinking we were fragile. They are realizing that we are not. That is the important part." The alien ambassador's projection flickered again. Its voice was lower, quieter, uncertain. "You survived the predators. You overcame what others could not. Your species, it is formidable, unexpected." Laura smiled faintly. "Yes, unexpected. That is what makes humans strong. That is why Earth is not vulnerable. That is why we can speak with confidence. That is why we do not need your coalition." Ethan added, "We survived when the galaxy thought we would fall, and when threats return, we will survive again. You can see it now. You can witness it. But remember this, humans do not rely on anyone to protect them. We protect ourselves." The alien remained silent for several minutes. Its luminous body flickered, twisted, and shifted. It seemed to be processing everything, trying to reconcile their expectations with reality. Finally, it spoke slowly with a hint of hesitation and newfound respect. "Your species, you have proven resilience beyond our calculation. Earth, you may not require the coalition, but the galaxy, it will challenge you again." Laura nodded, her voice calm and unwavering. "Then we will meet that challenge as we have met every other, alone if necessary, together if we choose. But make no mistake, Earth survives, Earth fights, and Earth endures." Ethan stepped back from the console, his arms crossed. "They came thinking we needed help. They'll leave knowing we are not prey. That is enough for today." Above the Atlantic, the alien fleet hovered in tense silence. They had witnessed Earth's history, seen proof of human victories against impossible odds, and realized that the species they underestimated was far stronger than their record suggested. For the first time, the aliens had to acknowledge a difficult truth. Humans were not fragile, humans were not weak, and humans did not bow to threats. Inside the command center, Laura whispered to Ethan, "They came with offers of protection. And they leave with lessons in humility." Ethan nodded. "They offered protection, but humans don't need protection. We are ready for whatever comes next, and when it comes, the galaxy will see that clearly." For a long time, the alien fleet hung silently above Earth, not retreating but not advancing, reconsidering its assumptions, recalculating strategies. Humans had revealed their strength, their resilience, and their unwillingness to be intimidated. And that was enough to change the course of the encounter. Laura looked at Ethan, her eyes steady. "This is only the beginning. They now know that Earth cannot be controlled. That is the first step. The next step is theirs to consider carefully." Ethan smiled faintly. They will remember this, and they will think twice before underestimating us again. And somewhere, deep in the calm of the command center, the truth settled quietly. Humans were no longer just a young species in the galaxy. Humans were survivors. Humans were fighters. And the galaxy would soon learn that Earth did not ask for protection. It provided it. The alien fleet hung silently above the Atlantic, their enormous ships reflecting sunlight in a way that made them shimmer like water. For hours, they had processed the footage humanity had sent. They had seen Earth's victories against predators that the aliens themselves considered unstoppable. They had watched humans fight with courage, intelligence, and precision. And now, they were silent, uncertain, unsure of how to proceed. Inside the Colorado Command Center, Dr. Laura Bennett and General Ethan Cole stood side by side. The room was quiet except for the soft hum of the servers and monitors. Laura's green eyes scanned the alien fleet on the screen. "They thought we were weak," she whispered. "They thought we would bow or beg for protection. And now," she paused, "now they're not sure what to do." Ethan nodded slowly. "They thought the offer of guardianship would intimidate us, but showing them our history, that changed everything. They are thinking now, they're calculating. And they are realizing that Earth is not a planet to be commanded." Above them, the largest alien ship shifted slightly, a subtle movement that suggested awareness. The alien ambassador's projection appeared again on the main screen. Its elongated, glowing form shimmered as it spoke. "Your species, it is beyond our calculations. We underestimated you. Our records were incomplete. Your resilience, it is remarkable." Laura stepped forward, her voice calm but firm. "It's not remarkable, it's normal. Humans survive, we adapt, we fight, and we protect our own. That is what makes us strong." The alien's eyes flickered, uncertain as it considered her words. "We offered protection, thinking it necessary, yet it appears that Earth requires none." Ethan smiled faintly. "You're learning quickly. We do not need protection. We never have. And we never will unless we choose it. That is the difference between us and every other species you have catalogued." From the Pacific Command Carrier, Admiral Ryan Brooks observed the alien fleet's movements. He spoke calmly into the calm. "They are unsure. Keep the calm. Do not fire. Do not threaten. Let them come to understand that we are a force to respect, not command." Maya Collins nodded. "All systems ready. Not for attack, only readiness. That is enough to keep them cautious." Back in Colorado, Laura continued, "You can see our power, but you do not yet understand our will. Earth does not beg for safety. Earth does not yield to threats. And now you must decide whether to join us or leave." The alien ambassador paused, its luminous body flickering as if uncertain. "We must reconsider. Your victories, they change the calculus. Your planet, it is formidable, yet we offer alliance, not guardianship." Ethan raised an eyebrow. "Alliance?" "Yes," the alien said slowly. "We see now that Earth does not need us to survive. But your species, your resilience, it can serve as the spearhead for future threats. The predators, they will return. We can assist as allies, not protectors." Laura nodded. "We will consider alliance. But understand this, we do not surrender control. We do not bow. We do not ask for protection. We fight with our own strength, and we decide when help is welcome." The alien shimmered, its elongated form folding slightly. "Understood. We respect your position. We acknowledge your capabilities. Earth, you are no longer an unknown variable. You are a power to be reckoned with." Ethan smiled. "That is a fair assessment, and it is the truth. We have survived predators. We have defeated what others could not. We are ready for whatever comes next." Laura's voice was calm but firm. "Let this be clear to your coalition. Earth does not require guardians. Earth is the shield. Earth endures. And if predators return, we will face them as we always have, unbroken and united." Above the Atlantic, the alien fleet shifted slightly, adjusting formations but not retreating. Their sensors were undoubtedly scanning, recording, and analyzing. They had come to impose protection, expecting submission, and instead they were learning the truth. Humans were not fragile, humans were not weak, humans did not bow to threats. From the command carrier, Ryan Brooks spoke quietly. They are processing. Every move we make is deliberate. We do not attack, but we demonstrate readiness. That is enough to command respect. Maya Collins nodded. They can see the strength in silence, in patience, in preparation. We don't need to fire a shot to make our point. In Colorado, Laura looked at Ethan. This is the first real step. They came with arrogance, thinking Earth was young and weak. Now they must reconsider everything they assumed about us. Ethan's smile was faint but sharp. They thought protection was necessary. They'll leave knowing Earth is not to be underestimated, and that knowledge is more powerful than any weapon. The alien ambassador's projection flickered again. Its voice, hesitant and almost respectful, said, "We see now that Earth has survived what others could not. Your species is prepared. You do not require our guidance, yet we may serve as allies if you allow." Laura's green eyes gleamed with quiet determination. "We will consider alliances carefully. Earth chooses its own path. We do not yield. We do not submit. We do not need guardians. That is the way of humanity." Ethan added, "We survive because we fight. We thrive because we learn, and we endure because we refuse to give up. That is something no fleet, no coalition, no predator can take from us." The alien hesitated, its glowing form shimmering in the atmosphere. "Your will, it is formidable, unpredictable. Earth, you may become a central force in the galaxy. The predators, they will take notice. We can learn from you or we can face consequences." Laura nodded. "We will decide who we ally with. We do not bow, we do not beg, and we do not fear. That is the truth you must understand." Ethan stepped closer to the projection. "We survived predators you called unbeatable. We defeated fleets you said could not be overcome. We survived alone, and we will continue to survive with or without your coalition. That is the reality you face." Above the Atlantic, the alien fleet adjusted formation again. Their sensors and scanners were fully active, observing Earth's military readiness and humanity's calm confidence. They were no longer hovering like conquerors. They were watching, calculating, uncertain, and learning. From the Pacific command carrier, Ryan Brooks spoke quietly. "They understand now. They see that Earth is not a target to dominate, but a species to respect. They see that we have the will to fight, the intelligence to plan, and the courage to survive. That is enough for today." Maya Collins added softly, "Every system is ready, yet silent. That alone is a message. Earth does not need to attack to be feared." In Colorado, Laura and Ethan watched the alien fleet. "They came with protection in mind," Laura whispered, "and they leave understanding that Earth stands alone, strong and capable." Ethan nodded. "They miscalculated us. They underestimated humans. And that is a mistake they will not make again." The alien ambassador's projection appeared one final time, its voice quiet and deliberate. "We acknowledge Earth. We acknowledge your victories, your preparation, and your will. The coalition, we will adjust our records. Earth, you are not fragile, you are formidable. We offer alliance on your terms." Laura smiled faintly. "Alliance is only considered when it benefits Earth. We decide, we survive, we endure. That is the truth." Ethan added, "You came to offer protection. You leave knowing we are not in need of it. Remember that." The alien shimmered, then slowly faded from the projection. Above the Atlantic, the 12 ships held formation, now silent and watchful, acknowledging a new reality. Earth was not a planet to be commanded or protected. Earth was a force, a power in the galaxy that demanded respect. Ryan Brooks spoke quietly to the crew on the carrier. "They see it now. They know we are not weak. They know we are prepared. That alone changes everything." Maya Collins nodded. "They will think twice before ever underestimating Earth again. That knowledge is more powerful than any fleet." In Colorado, Laura turned to Ethan. We have shown them humanity's strength, our victories, and our will. They came thinking we were fragile, but they leave knowing we are not. That is the first step in our place among the stars. Ethan smiled faintly. They came with arrogance. They leave with respect. That is enough for today. Tomorrow, we prepare for whatever comes next. Above the Atlantic, the alien fleet remained, no longer threatening, no longer sure of their role. They had witnessed Earth's history, humanity's victories, and its unyielding will. They had come expecting submission and found something entirely different. Laura whispered to Ethan. They offered protection and learned a lesson instead. That is the power of humans. That is the power of Earth. Ethan nodded. We survived predators. We survived threats no one else could. We will survive the future. And the galaxy will learn, sooner or later, that Earth does not need protection. Earth is the shield. The alien fleet adjusted once more, then began to move slowly, signaling a tentative acknowledgement of Earth's strength. For now, the confrontation had ended without bloodshed, without destruction, but with a clear understanding. Humans were not fragile, humans were not weak, and humans did not yield. Inside the command center, Laura and Ethan stood quietly, letting the tension of the encounter settle. They had demonstrated humanity's strength, resilience, and intelligence. They had proven that Earth could survive and thrive without outside protection. And they had done it with calm confidence, careful planning, and unyielding will. Laura finally whispered, "We have made our mark. They know who we are. They know what Earth can do. And we have done it without firing a single shot." Ethan nodded. "That is humanity. We survive. We fight. We endure. And when the predators return or any threat comes, the galaxy will see what we are capable of." Above the planet, the alien fleet lingered, their sensors watching, their calculations ongoing, their assumptions shattered. Humanity had shown its strength, not with aggression but with proof, not with fear but with preparation, not with surrender but with resilience. Laura looked at Ethan, her voice calm but filled with quiet satisfaction. They came thinking Earth was young and weak. Now they know the truth. Earth is ready, Earth endures, Earth survives. Ethan smiled. And the galaxy will remember it. That is enough for now. The next chapter begins with us. The alien fleet slowly moved into a cautious orbit, signaling a tentative acceptance of humanity's terms. Earth had won not through war but through truth, through proof, through willpower. The galaxy had learned at last that Earth was not a planet to be protected. It was a planet to be respected. And somewhere in the quiet of the command center, Laura whispered, "They offered protection, and instead they learned who humans really are." Ethan nodded, a faint smile on his face. "We laughed because we knew the truth, and now the galaxy will learn it too."